in, but it's still pretty freaking cold out here. I think it's about 30 or 25 right now. But it's gonna be the first pulled pork I've made on here, first pork shoulder I've made on this Masterbuilt 800. A nice little replacement here too. I'll have to show you guys that here in a minute. This lava lock thermometer off of Amazon. It says it goes up to 900 degrees. I'm not sure how accurate it'll be. We'll see. Right now we're reading at, looks like 220. This is reading at about 205, 210-ish, so not too bad. Not too bad considering it's up here and the temp probe's way down there. But we're gonna get this thing put on. Just a simple prep. All I did was score the fat cap, which was not very big. It was kind of a smaller fat cap, to be honest. And then put the rub that I make on there, and we're gonna put it on that center rack. Let it go for about 3 hours, start looking at it, and then come back out and take a peek at it. Hopefully we're getting some good color, some good bark on it. We'll see. All right, here's that new thermometer I just put on there. Brand is Lava Lock. Looks a little bit crooked to get back in there and straighten that up. But it came off Amazon. It was like 20 bucks, but I really didn't like the one that came on here. I know it's not gonna read perfectly accurate here as it does with the thermometer inside there, but we will see how it works. So I got this thing on, just gonna put it on the middle rack and let it go for 3 hours. It's 8 o'clock right now. See how it turns out. Hopefully getting some good color on there, some good bark on there. Just a little bit of scoring on the fat cap, which is not very big, like I said. But I think it's gonna turn out good. I like the size. It's only 7 pounds. We only got 4 of us here, so it's gonna be a pretty good size for us. So we'll come back and take a look at it. Just wanted to show you a quick temperature variance here. So I bumped it up to 240 today. It's holding right at 241 on this temperature probe, which would be the one that comes with it. And the one that I just got, we're reading right at 220, a little bit above. So probably just the variance of the position where it's at, up high compared to down low. So that's about, it's about as high as that shoulder is actually sitting inside. So I'm thinking we're cooking right about 220, somewhere in that range. So not too bad. A little windy today, definitely still pretty cold out, but I'm looking forward to these warmer temperatures next week so I can do some more stuff. So let it go for about another hour and a half and then we'll actually look at it. All right, we are at the 3 hour mark, and first look, let's see what it looks like. Starting to mist out here, pretty cold still. Getting a little bit of split there. A little bit of color on the corner there. And this edge over here is looking pretty clean. Starting to get crystallized. We're gonna let it go for maybe 2 more hours. And it's set at 240 right now. So I think another 2 more hours, and then we'll maybe start the spray process and then just check temperature then. But looking pretty good so far. In this cook I did switch my charcoal from that Royal Oak to the B&B charcoal. I got the one with hickory because I am smoking with hickory and cherry. Figured that'd be a better blend together instead of adding that oak flavor. I'm not a huge fan of oak. I know people down south really are, and some people here in KC are, but I prefer hickory and a little bit of cherry wood, maybe some other pecan wood. But set at 240, holding strong right at 239, 240. This one here, obviously I just opened it, but it was holding right at 230, 240, so it's going pretty good. Check back here in about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Well, the weather's really turning the shit out here. It's pretty. It's even colder now. Raining a little bit too, so it's been another hour on this pork shoulder. I check it. You can see that right there. This temperature gauge is reading right at 240. And this is reading right at 245, so they're actually rolling pretty good together. Maybe I was wrong earlier, we'll see. That's just an hour. It's starting to get some better color for sure. A little juicy on the side there. I'm gonna do, it still is pretty springy when you bounce on it, when I bounce it back at you. I'm gonna do probably another hour on here. I'm gonna spray it real quick. And we're gonna do another hour. Come back and hopefully it'll be ready to wrap up, we'll see. So this spray I got, just apple juice, a little bit of apple cider vinegar and water, all in the same proportions. Ooh, got back and maybe cough. So that brisket, or sorry, that pork shoulder is rubbed down with this one that I make here. This has got the kosher salt, coarse ground black pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, chili powder, cayenne, And that's it. All kind of in different proportions, but seems to work out pretty good. So we'll see how this turns out. All right, at the 5 hour mark, gonna check it again. Still holding good temperature there, matched up with the one on the controller. Oh yeah, getting a lot better color to it. See the edges are getting a little darker. That too, getting good bark on it. I think one more hour. There's a bone right there. I want more separation on that bone right there before I do any sort of wrapping or anything. So I'm gonna let it go for at least another hour out here and we'll check it again. Looking good though. Get a quick temperature check here. The color's turning out really good. It's pretty good. Probably let it go just for like another half an hour and see, we see that juice coming out. That's it. So another 30 minutes out here, then I'm gonna wrap it up. It's already juicing. Oh yeah, look at that right there too. Where's it at? There it is. That's gonna be good. 30 more minutes on smoke. Pull it off, wrap it up, get it rocking. All right, we've been on smoke now for going on 6 hours, holding steady right at 240, 250 range. It looks to me a little bit tough up top still. But it's juicing, so a little bit of separation there, not too much, but I think it's looking like it's about ready to pull off and go ahead and wrap it up. So I'm gonna get it off here, get it wrapped up, and show you how I do that. All right, I just like putting the shoulder into a pan that is deeper than this is thick, so there's no contact on it. Some people like to wrap it up really tight, put all the foil around it so tight that nothing else gets to it and there's no air. But I've had pretty good results this way, so maybe if you've never tried it, you can try it sometime. If you like it all wrapped up in butcher paper or foils, you can do that too. But it is getting kind of nasty out. Temperature's not really cold, but it's starting to rain even more. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up in this pan, put it in the oven, and I'm just gonna finish it off in the oven. Probably take about another 2 hours, maybe 3 hours, but we'll check it here in a little bit. Right, first look, unwrap it, check the temp, poke it, prod it, see how it feels. Oh yeah, we are at 202. 26, looking pretty good. Oh yeah, some nice jiggle on that bone. Oh baby, yeah. All right, sitting at 202. Gonna let it rest for an hour. That's exactly 8 hours to get to 202. Still holding up pretty good. I'll take it. Wrap it back up and let it sit. All right, so we did 6 hours on the smoker, 2 hours in the oven. The last 2 hours was just at 275. Brought it up from 170 right up to that 202 mark. So it looks like I already cheated and tore a little piece off here. Tore off really easy. Really, really good. It's so hot. Ooh, yeah. So decent smoke ring in there. A lot of smoke penetration. I picked these up at Shields the other day because I knew it was going to be really hot to make this. So I'm just going to grab a hold of it and just start tearing at it. Tear it apart really easy. Not worried about getting any special cuts out of it or doing anything like that. We're gonna be making sandwiches, and we're gonna follow up on another episode with doing a few, we do the tacos with them on the griddle, and I'll do that outside on the 800 also. But as you can see, it tears apart really easy. It's gotta be patient like anything else. Bone comes right off. Pretty cool. That's a tough one. That's my favorite piece, is that part right there, that kind of dark part that's right up in the bone there. I don't know why, it just seems to be really flavorful to me. So they say when your bone comes out clean, you know it did a good job cooking it. So it's not like it's rocket science on this one. It's not nearly as difficult to get perfect as a brisket, but when you get it right, it is really good. The worst thing is an undercooked one. Well, I don't know, overcooked kind of sucks too. It gets a little bit mushy, but these turned out, this one here turned out really good. I think everybody's gonna enjoy this. I'll get it plated up here in a little bit. I'll probably just have a plate of this, and we got some baked potato salad to go with it tonight. I'll just have a bunch of that for dinner. My kids will probably like sandwiches, and they'll probably want to put it on a bun and do a little bit of loose hog sauce, but that's all good. Whatever they like, they can do. They're big girls. So happy with that smoke ring. That is cherry and hickory. Super tender, a lot of flavor. My wife said I shouldn't be chomping on the meat on camera too loud because it's annoying, which I agree. So I only do that one time for you. But nice, good bark on there. Now that's coming off. That's what you want to. And that's what a lot of people have a problem with when they wrap it up sometimes and they put it in an enclosure like this was. Or maybe they do it too long, but it gets almost too moist in there and their bark can fall off and it just turns into mush. Well, this one obviously has that bark to it. It's, if you could feel it here, it's got a very tough textured sensation when you touch it. It's not falling off as you just rub on it, but you can see that's right next to the bone. That's that really good smoke ring there too. That's pretty awesome. But I said it a few other times on other shows I've done here, but this smoker is so much better than my pellet smoker I had before. Granted, it wasn't the best pellet smoker, but this isn't the most expensive smoker either. And at the price point it's at, under $1,000, I think I paid, with shipping, I think I paid $700 total. Maybe it was $750, I forget, but it wasn't that much. And it just everything about it is so much better. Temperature control is better, smoke ring's better, flavor's better. I've been doing a few other cooks I haven't filmed yet that I'm going to do next time. That's why I wanted to kind of make sure it was not a first cook, because make sure I could do it right. But griddle top burgers, omelets on the griddle with bacon, but all kinds of stuff. So bringing those to you here pretty soon too. And if you like what you see, like, subscribe, follow, and this is what you get. Thanks.